look at it, the rappers is a YouTuber, right? They're gonna drop a live stream, a vlog, a video, a rap video, all type, whatever they want to do, right? You as a rapper, you probably doing what? 1 video, 2 videos a month, 3 videos?
DIY. Here we have a interview. Say Cheese Media. This one was actually with Bandman Kevo. It's a rapper, controversial, yet entrepreneur, and he's a content creator.
Do you think rap is becoming the old hustle? You see the content space is making so much more money. The Casa Net making millions, the streamers making millions, the YouTubers. We're in a crazy space to where we're making millions doing blogs and interviews, hundreds of thousands. And then when you look at the rappers, DDG spoke out and was like, man, we make way more than rappers.
For those not familiar, DDG is a really interesting success story of somebody who found extreme amount of success on YouTube as a vlogger, content creator, and then transitioned, got involved with the who's who of the industry, and has been making a huge name for himself. He noticed himself that these rappers don't really be making a whole lot of money.
Rapping is becoming it's becoming a shit that it's cool to do. Don't get it twisted, because you still can make a pretty good bag, but it ain't what it used to be.
No, rapping ain't what it used to be. When you look at it, the rappers is a YouTuber, right? They're gonna drop a live stream, a vlog, a video, a rap video, all type, whatever they want to do, right? You as a rapper, you probably doing what? 1 video, 2 videos a month, 3 videos?
Let's break that down for a second. If you are a rapper, you sign a contract. You say, hey, I've gotten the business to a certain place. I've got my music to a certain place. We want to get to that next level. And we feel like having your support of a major label or a contract could level us all up. But we understand in order for you to invest the money for this to level up, we as the artists must abide by your standards and your suggestions and most times your demands in moving forward with this. He's saying when you're under a situation like that, you don't really have the same freedom that somebody who's creating a income off of YouTube or just content creation in general, the same freedom that they have. We're in a different time. This is the era of the DIYers.
What is that on YouTube? Stop it. So your stream just that crazy and they just love your video? No, bro. That's why rappers have to do so much other stuff to actually really make a real bag, because it's not going to come from no YouTube. You barely post on there. So you got to realize the whole overall of you dropping 1 song a month, 2, 3 songs a month. Nah.
Now think about that from a content perspective. He's talking about an artist that is trying to compete financially, being in a situation where they're only producing a song a month. But if you apply that to content creation, can you imagine putting out 1 video every month on YouTube and being like, damn, I don't know why my YouTube not growing?
Like, you got to be dropping good songs with big budget. It's actually harder. People spend so much money in the studio, and then on top of that, they still have to put a big budget in their song. They still got to shoot a music video.
He's talking about the steps that is required to getting one piece of content out there. And I know he's saying music, but let's talk about this in terms of content. Music is now just another form of content. It may be our favorite vehicle in which to distribute our ideas, our stories, our messages, but it is a piece of content. How do we know it? Because it can be consumed like any other content. As a music video, your music is a visual piece of content. As a song to stream is an audible piece of content. Before they can even release this said piece of content, you got a lot of things that need to be taken care of before that can actually go live.
I feel like it's too stressful to do music. If you ain't got your stuff together, it's stressful. Don't be that person that's broke and trying to start to do music without like some type of hustle or budget. Unless you're just that good. Man, I ain't heard none in a minute. Like how I used to hear shit, I used to be like, who is this nigga, bro? You don't see that no more. I don't know what happened.
I like this comment. If you think music is just another form of content, then you're a hustler, not an artist. I think you're thinking too emotionally attached as a producer of music. I've been making music for 20 years. The last person that wants to hear the idea of music being content is the person that started off a Radio Shack microphone in grandma's patio, 90-degree summers, to record music that maybe only 4 or 5 people heard. The last person that wants to hear that is that. The thing that we must separate is our emotional attachment to music and the reality of how things are being consumed. It's less about how you view it. I don't look at it and say, hey, I'm getting ready to make some content tonight with some kicks and snares. There's no way in hell I spend 8 hours on something that I view as content. What I am saying is that we have over-romanticized the relationship that other people have with our content, our music. Because if you stop over-romanticizing it for other people and you recognize that, shit, my music isn't enough, I gotta give them more of a visual experience. I have to offer them more than just a piece of audio. SoundCloud links don't work like that. There needs to be an experience around it. I'm not saying to treat your music or devalue it. I don't think that word devalues it. I think it puts it in its proper context so that you can focus on the things that are really going to actually give you growth. If you want to grow as a producer and artist, stay in the studio all day. Don't share your shit with nobody. Don't even worry about it. Your goal is growth. But if you want to grow this as a business, you got to remove the emotions tied into that. It is content. Whether we like it or not, it is content.
Rapping ain't got a little weird to you, like the space of it?
It's like it used to be every 6 months it was a new something. Now it's just like it's too clicky now. And if you're not cool with a certain 5 rappers, you're not accepted.
Yeah.
It ain't raw.
I do agree. Sonically, music right now is in a very interesting place. Genres that used to have like a 2-year lifespan now are already being morphed into something quicker within the first 3 to 4 months. Think about drill. Think about all the different styles of drill that have happened over the last 6 months.
This is what I like about music right now. It ain't just like Drake don't have to be worried. This person don't got to be worried. It ain't like a nigga come out and he knocking these rappers out the box. It ain't that no more.
The Baby, Roddy Ricch, it's not the same with them guys, man. Even if you go look at the views, Roddy Ricch dropped the tape. A lot of people just dropped the tape a few months ago. People didn't know.
See, this is the part of hip hop. I love my culture, but this is the part of hip hop that I really think needs to die off next. I think this obsession over first week sales, I think this obsession over streaming numbers, and I'm speaking from a place where I know it's very idealistic. I get that. If we're in a place now where we're still talking about sales equaling out to someone's influence or their overall value, there are so many other metrics that we must measure that by. Because my question is this: if an artist comes out, sells 5,300 copies first week, the general consensus, at least amongst hip hop media, is that they don't have a fan base. They don't have a legit following. If that same artist then next year doubles that into 10,000, why don't we ever have the conversation about that person's influence growing? It's almost like this is the bar. If you don't reach it, forget about your growth. Forget about everything else below that. I feel like that obsession is what's holding the culture back. I feel like that obsession is part of the reason why, as they're discussing, things are in such a weird place, because those metrics don't mean the same thing that they meant before. This is where you want to revisit whether or not music is a form of content to the general public. Think about this for a second. You go to your TV and you see you got Netflix, you got Hulu. You go to these different services irregardless of how many overall subscribers they have. Why? Because they all present different pieces of value to you. Now think of an artist as being that same dashboard. An artist can give you music. An artist can give you a cooking show like Action Bronson we talked about. Like, that is their dashboard of apps. We're going to say that they are no longer relevant overall. They're falling off because one of their apps doesn't have as much viewership as the other one. I think that's an old school way of thinking of things.
In rap, that's the thing about rap. The people, you have to rely on the fans to fuck with you.
Yeah.
The fans, they turned on the Baby. Do you think Roddy Ricch and the Baby are done?
What, as far as music wise?
Musically.
I don't think that they're done. Like, they can rap and all that type of stuff, but I feel like they have to do other things to generate them more income. But just doing rap is cool, but it's weird for everybody right now. Like, everybody. The music space changing up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You damn got to be like a rapper / streamer now. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
That part. We're living in a time where you cannot, you can do whatever you want. Let me not say that. You can do whatever you want. Just don't be angry when you see the limitations based upon being that one-trick pony. It used to be solid, super solid advice to tell an artist, just focus on the music and align people in your business that can focus on those other things. Now that is to your detriment, in my opinion. If you don't have a vision of, okay, what is our strategy for YouTube? No matter how crazy your music is. And this is only for those of you that want to see your business grow.
It ain't just straight music no more. I feel like they're going to make all these gamers, streamers have way more money. And then the rapper is going to be like the little guys. Like, yeah. I don't want to be like that guy. That's why I do everything.
That's a good point. Like, I watch a lot of streamer clips. I watch Aiden Ross streamer clips. I watch Gideon. I watch Kai Cenat. I just think they're funny. Like, I'm not part of their demographic at all. I'm late 30s. But I think a lot of those clips are funny. But what I did notice is that there has been a push for artists, especially mainstream artists, to be on these live streams, if not streaming themselves.
What do you think Roddy Ricch did wrong? He came in scorching hot.
Since I don't know what he did with his money after he got the money, they say, how you stay hot is like, Fetty Wap even said this. He's like, man, I got big-headed. And when he got big-headed, he meant by, oh, I'm the shit. I don't need to put another million behind this song. I'm gonna just drop music and they're gonna love me. You still have to put that same 1.2 million or $2 million you're supposed to put behind this song should go behind that song and the next song and the next song and the next song.
Facts. Look, I know there's a lot of controversy that I've seen surrounding Bandman Kevo. In this clip, everything in here was damn near facts. I mean, there's a lot of artists that wanted to become famous that didn't necessarily want everything that comes along with running a successful business as a musician. So when Bandman Kevo talks about the necessity of applying the same pressure that you did when you wanted to get on to when you're now on, and you're in a position to do some things, applying that same pressure is even more crucial than ever. You're just playing with bigger money. But a lot of people get to a place and get hella comfortable. It happens to athletes all the time.
I don't care how much money you got. If you got $1 million, put it behind a song.
Yeah.
Just do it. I'm pretty sure that if you go look at what Drake and Nicki Minaj and all these people doing when they drop a song, a single, a tape, go look at how much budget they put behind a song. And if you think you're gonna be that great, then be that great. Put that same type of budget behind yourself.
Yep.
They're not just going in there just like big headed, like, oh, I'm the shit, everybody knows me. Who cares? But is everybody gonna hear and see it? That's what matters.
You're amazing. You're the greatest producer ever. So what? The biggest enemy of all the things that I have worked for so long is complacency. You don't want to be in a place where you have done so much that it's just enough to make you do nothing else at all. Because if not, like, this game can be rather unforgiving. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.